go make some dinner, have something to eat. And tomorrow,
live.
I am reading the
Royal pushback aftermath.
That's my end. Thank you for joining. It means so much to me, and I promise you, I promise you, we'll always have something fun to do. That's my intro.
Hello, everybody. How are you? Have you ever wondered why Meghan Markle continually refutes the fact she Googled Harry? I think I know why. No proof, nothing. I was just smoking, and I'm going to be transparent, but I'm not talking about why. Marijuana is legal. It's better than taking opiates, and it relaxes me, and I actually function better on it. It keeps me focused. That's what I've also found with ADHD. But if you're interested in these topics, and this is going to look infantile to you, but I want you to think about this. Welcome to Royal Pushback Aftermath, RAP, rap community without the W. It's not a family, it's not a cult, it's a community of like-minded, and I'm hoping a lot of people that disagree with what I say so we can have debates. Now, I talk about hair all the time and body language, and you're going to notice that I groom my hair all the time because I'm 52 and a half. It's so competitive out there, and to have one person live is amazing to me when there's millions of things to watch. And it's just never enough for people, is it? Now, why on earth would I have this on paper? Because Kellyanne Conway started it. So this is the agenda. If you've never been to Royal Pushback Aftermath, my name is Lasha Rajenko. Just to let you know, if this means something to you, if you're interested in numbers and not people, remember people? Just a minute. I had this, I'm impromptu. I don't do anything scripted except I wanted to be professional. And as Celine Dion would sing, it's all coming back to me now. no, that was out of tune. It's all coming back to me now. She sings it so high that to sing it, 2 octaves lower, yeah, it's all coming back to me. It's all coming back. Okay, remember, people, do you know that I hate, that's a strong word. I strongly disagree with people who have YouTube channels that say things like this. Sometimes you don't see their faces. They're usually the ones that hide behind the screen and put up everything, say whatever they want, and they've got, 150,000 people tuned into them, which is more than Chris Como. So I'm not judging them. Their little marketing strategy is working. I have no strategy, and that's okay, because I do this because I believe in it. Thank you for liking it, Trevor. You know what? And based on I vetted you, by the way. He's a good person, let me tell you. And between this channel, Royal Pushback Aftermath, and Lasha Rajanko and L&L Soul Sisters, do you know that there's, I hate doing this because people aren't numbers. There's 515 people that take time out of their lives, Trevor. I know I'm like a broken record. They take time out of their lives to listen to my opinion pieces. So that's why, out of respect, I'm going right into it. I used to thank and thank and thank and thank and thank and thank, like, oh my gosh, bow my head to you. And I mean that. That's why also on the agenda, and the reason I do it this way is because it's different. And I spend more time yelling at my computer. Oh, and we're going to talk about fake nails, by the way, and how stupid they are. I added more people joined, and I would have done this anyway, and I've got a lot of walls, except I've got a lot of paper clips. I don't forget anybody, to the point where there were 86 comments last week, and if I don't hear from people or see people, I wonder if they're okay. And I also know that people lose interest after a while. You can only see a face so much every day. And I've got enough footage out there to last for a lifetime. Okay, so this is the agenda today. Oh, I'm not Kellyanne Conway presenting alternative facts versus facts. And it was her that started disinformation. When you really think about it, looking back 6 years later, who started this paper on CNN? And it was with Chris Como. And they so politely, like, to have that control and that kind of way to weasel your way in and out of arguments. Hi, Mom, I'm live. It's right here, right here. There you go. And I can make, yes, absolutely. How's your neck? Yeah? Okay. My mom has skin cancer, and she had some removed, and she's doing great. I can't even do this anymore without thinking of Donald Trump. No offense to Trumpers, but Bill Maher was right. He does look like an orange ape. Anyway, I did some trivia, and you are going to answer these questions with me. And then we're going to talk about Meghan Markle and Google, and why the hell I think that she really did want to screw up everything. Also, it's Shania's Singing Saturdays, and I didn't put anything up today because I'll tell you why. I have Meghan Markle, why, okay. And then the Stephen Avery case, I did some digging into that, and there's only one question I have. And that's it. Okay, now, before I get started, I can talk about two things at once. Here's your trivia. I have to make, I'm being honest, I have to make my thing. And I'm also moving my homemade studio upstairs into the spare room. Lamin, if you're watching, he's my friend from Africa. I doubt he's staying here, but I know that that's not going to happen. But the basement's just very cold in the wintertime. It really is. And if you go to change.org, you'll understand why I am the way I am and why I'm very transparent about smoking marijuana. With ADHD, it helps you keep on track. With pain, it's better than taking opiates. I also want to talk about the book club while it's on my mind. Right now, I'm reading Annalese Micheal, okay? And Andrew Gold was talking to Kinsey Schofield, and Kinsey Schofield said everybody should go to Andrew Gold's Heretics and subscribe. It's an excellent channel. I have a thought on that. Can you tell by my face what I think? And Andrew Gold said, thank you. I'll pay you after now. Kind of confused as to why she would say that on his show, but Kinsey Schofield said, I'm a little bit of a hustler, Andrew. So she's being honest about who she is, so good for her. Anyway, The Exorcism of Annalese Micheal, if you go to the playlist, I did read it. I did my Babble first video, the second video, right into the meat and potatoes of the reading. It's getting really good. After that book, I am going to periodically talk about the contradictions of Luke Perry and the memoir, because my friend spent something like $40 to buy this book on Amazon with his visa to Jeff Bezos. Why we make those people richer, I'll never understand. Also, I wanted to get that out of the way. That's the other thing I wanted to cover. And because I was a trainer in my past life, it's all coming back to me now. It really is. I used to wing trainings, and Delana French was on here the other day. I couldn't believe it. I've been trying to get in touch with her for so long. And the reason I haven't put up dancing lately is just because my hip is really sore. And that's why I swore when I got out of that wheelchair, I was going to walk and talk and do everything that I could. And the difference between victims and survivors is they do something about it. Trevor, I'm a broken record, I know. And go to change.org. Let's do the trivia. Summary of the 10 eldest countries on our planet Earth. Okay. What are the 10 oldest countries on our planet? And I've got 4 of them listed. I've got to groom my hair. The 4 oldest countries. If you know, and I've got 4 written down from 1 to 4, top 4. If any of you know, Trevor, if you know the answer, write it in. I have to check my hair. Trevor, anybody? Come on. Anybody? Oh my gosh. Even a guess? Do you think I'm that smart and I know the answer? I looked it up on Google. Iran, 3200 BC, Egypt 31 BC, Vietnam 2879 BC. And so why would the US go and bomb them? For what? I'll never understand that war. Do you remember the Pentagon Papers? That's a whole podcast. And then Armenia, 2492 BC. But then another channel said, and I do believe this, I think that Egypt is the oldest country in the world, 3150 BC. Oh, and China and Japan. Which country is older, China or Japan? Which country is older, China or Japan? Which country is older, China or Japan? Depends? Depends. China depends. See, you can't even make a joke anymore. I have no eyelid. So that means in my background, there's Jewish, Ukrainian, Orthodox, Chinese, Japanese, Mongolian, probably some Russian, some English. Oh, I swear there's got to be Scottish in me. No, that didn't sound right either. The Scottish blood DNA in me, because I want to talk like I'm Irish or Scottish all the freaking time. I'm looking for these rawhides. Do you know the packaging? This is why I have one a day now, and I do it online. And I'm going to read the Grimsby News every day too, so all of you can keep up on what's going on in my little town. Because isn't that interesting too, what goes on in small towns? Small town girl with the city lights, the best was yet to come. She had a dream and it drifted away. How does she know? Even through the tears, she never thought it'd come undone. And it does. Okay. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. I was thinking of Nicole Kidman, and I was thinking of her in Bewitched. And my mother was watching Barbie today, and I was so ticked off because I watched The Sound of Freedom, and I thought, why the hell would anybody watch Barbie? Well, let me tell you, it has a message. And Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling are hilarious. It's really funny. It really is. Okay, that's my ADHD. Japan and China. I remembered! YouTube is not a waste. Everybody should have a YouTube channel. Everybody. Okay, I did not know this, and I don't know what made me think of these questions. There's no theme to my madness. China? Yes, you looked at China is 3,000 years older than Japan. Thank you, Trevor. People are people, so why should it be? We are communicating through cyber society. People are people, so why should it be? Sing along, why should we all communicate in, I was going to say sobriety. Never mind. I'm writing my own songs, so I never get copywritten. And I was thinking of the script Barbie. And you're right about China, 3,000 years older than Japan. Barbie, Ryan Gosling is from Canada, so I went on Instagram and started following famous people and like people like us, Trev. And I think we're just as entertaining, actually, without the pretension. But Ryan Gosling is freaking hilarious. Oh my gosh. If Bill Maher can go online and smoke weed, then what's wrong with me doing it? And he drinks tequila, and I drink Starbucks. And do you know these things in Canada are $6 or $5.99? And I buy 2 a day. That's $12 a day times 7. That is at least $77 a month times 4. 77 and 77, that would be for 150. That's $300 a month. Fuck that shit. So I stopped. I bought 1 today and I've been savoring it all day. And my mother wants me to go buy her plastic water. That's why we all have that EDEA in our system. It's even in hospitals when we go get our frickin' blood transfusions. I have more trivia. Youngest countries. Candace Owen was interviewed on Bill Maher, and it was probably, I didn't watch it yet. It's on my list, but I watch all the small channels first because I said to my boss, Gary, my first boss, after almost 5 years of under the table work, this man hired me and took a chance on me in a kitchen. Anyway, so Bill Maher smokes marijuana and drinks tequila, and he had Candace Owen on his show, and I have to watch that tonight when I go to sleep. However, I think all YouTubers are YouTubers. Just because somebody puts up a show on, or they try to put a show on, well, I've got my ring light. Does it make a difference? Do you think? It broke too. I was using this as a frisbee for Sophie. Oh, Sophie's right here. Oh no, she went upstairs. Okay. All right. Youngest countries. On February the 17th, Kosovo, 10 years as a country after declaring independence from Serbia in 2008. And South Sudan is the youngest country in the world. I don't know how many years, though. And then, okay, let's talk about Meghan Markle, because I know this information, the Avery stuff, I'm going to have to put up. And if anybody has a small attention span, grow the fuck up. You know what? I shouldn't swear, it's not ladylike. But how do you think that Meryl Streep or Jessica Chastain or Michelle Obama talk behind closed doors? They just don't do it on CNN. The thing I love about Bill Maher, everybody, I run into I'm Meghan Markle. See, when I did that, I was like serious. When she does it, it's like a... No, I didn't put it in slow motion. Was it that good? Anyway, plastic nails. These are not my nails. Okay? Why would I get Botox? Just get bangs. Yeah. Okay. Meghan Markle The reason this woman, if you want to hear disparaging comments, I think y'all know what channel to go to. And then don't forget, Trevor, I get off track. If I forget to talk about Google and YouTube and clickbait, remind me, okay? I'll be off in 5 minutes. I've been on for 25 minutes. Okay. I bet you the reason she talked about Google, I can't talk about Cheer Denise, the Traitor King. One lady said it's not advocating the throne. It's, I wrote it down, abdicating. And it was an N. And I got you on my mirror. I'll never forget that. Oh, and the lady who wrote about the dog in my ghost story, I told one, and it was true, and I'm not schizophrenic, epileptic, anorexic. Anyways, the reason that Megan spoke about Google so much is because I bet you she had her hard drive scrubbed. I bet you a pack of baby socks. If my girlfriend doesn't come pick that, she's not even my a friend, she's an acquaintance. And I was so sad when I was 50, they gave me a free meatball dinner. That's pretty sad. I cry for that girl. I really do. She needed a hug. And not from some idiot that owes her $3,000. And I ran into this guy and his mother, and he had cleaned up. And I was wearing my dog collar as a protest because I didn't want to get a tattoo because it's not a permanent protest. And it was around my neck. I was wearing my Canada hat. And for some reason, I was wearing his sweater. And this is a 2-year-old, 3-month relationship when I was out of my mind. And the guy he's really young. He's like 39 now. Oh, God. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. But the truth is, I look like the one that was crazy, and I didn't know the reason he was into bad types of things was because he has a certain imbalance, and I apologize. So, anyways, if you see this, you know who you are. So the reason, I bet you she Googled, and this is I can't believe, the reason I thought of this stuff tonight was because I smoked this. I saw Stephen King on X because I give myself 4 hours a day to do this. I really do. That's why there's so many videos so quick. Trevor, if you want me to shut this off, I'll shut it off. I don't want to be an unlady. The other thing about me moving the podcast upstairs is smoking distracts me. Like I could have a joint before I go upstairs, but I want it to be professional and fun, you know? I've got some really old footage on the playlist that is actually really good. I look back at them and I could actually go on and make new footage out of old footage, which I think is kind of a neat idea. But Meghan Markle probably had it scrubbed because I saw Stephen King and she probably Googled things like how to destabilize somebody, how to, like the Diana footage where the interviewer says, yes, and I suppose in love, and Diana says, of course. And Charles says, whatever love is. And they both chuckle, and Diana goes, yes. And then you see, it's like a foreshadowing in that moment when you see the back of her head. I just thought of that. I just think of everything. No, I mean, like when I talk, but that's what everybody does. I was in the healthcare system so long that when I got into the real world, people knew I was vulnerable, and like literally I felt beat up. And then I didn't really care because I didn't know the difference. I hung around the wrong people, and now, oh my gosh, no. But Meghan Markle would have typed in things that she wouldn't want people to find in history, because unfortunately or fortunately, we can learn from her and move forward. But I ask you and leave you with this question: is there one nice thing that can be said about her? I have a few nice things I could say, but I'm not going to. No, I will. I think she is a mastermind manipulator. I think she's absolutely highly intelligent. I think she's a reptile. And I think there's a part of her brain that didn't develop because we are animals. And she climbed the ladder. That was her ambition. And whether she's infamous or famous, it doesn't matter to her. And if Netflix were smart, Netflix, are you watching? What was the name of the guy? I was writing in my diary today, okay? Oh, I'm going to do your cards, Trevor. Okay, Saturday, January the 27th. I write in this every day. I've literally just smoked my very first joint of the day. So-and-so helped me. He sent me, it was some money, and I pay him back. I swear to God, not so help me God, because as I said, why would you need God to help you if you're going to do it? I always loved, I used to dream about in the spare room with my husband. We slept in different rooms. This is not stating marriage. I think so-and-so is afraid that it is, but I know him. I love him as a human being for all that he is. We have seen each other at our worst. And with the money, I did buy 1 ounce of marijuana, rolling papers, and a Red Bull for my old boss, because he helped me out the other day, and I repaid him, and I spent $55. So if you're watching this, which he sometimes does, but he doesn't tell me. Oh, I'm glad I wrote this down. So Meghan Markle's going to want to have her Google scrubbed. Like, how could I hurt somebody? How could I manipulate them? How could I don't know. I'm not saying anything more negative things out loud. I don't want to give any ideas because I don't know what she wrote, but Stephen King probably would. Catherine doesn't. People always say Catherine has everything. She doesn't have everything. I used to leave videos about Catherine and William and say there is something too perfect going on. Something's wrong. Go back and look at my footage. I said this a long time ago, like 7 months ago, and nobody said anything, and I didn't get it from anywhere but my gut. I mean, you know what? I could do content on the comments that I've left on other people's channels. She gave up everything for love and duty. I really believe she's a true British girl. And do you think the other aristocratic women were proclaiming that Kate was the right fit for the monarchy, as she was a commoner? And William married for love, and I think that they are real. But behind, they must be so tired. They're human beings, and I think we all expect them to be perfect, and they have. The other thing about that, let me just say on Catherine, they're human beings. He's a father, he's a lover, he's a husband, he's a friend, he's a king. He has government duties. Okay, and so does King Charles, and his prostate is enlarged, which isn't dangerous. But whatever is going on with Catherine, the Princess of Wales with a K, I believe that her inability to say anything made her physically sick. Diana turned to bulimia. She's a human being. They are royal. How many royals are left in the world? I really want to find out. How many living royals are left in the entirety of the world? With every country put together, including the Brits, how many royal families are there left? How many specific individuals? Meet the world's other 25 royal families. Okay, here we go. There are 43 sovereign states in the world with a monarch as head of state. There are 13 in Asia, 12 in Europe, 9 in the Americas, 6 in Oceania, Trevor, and 3 in Africa. How many royal families, how many monarchies, how many living members of the royal family are there? This is a list of living British royal family members who, through royal descent or marriage, currently hold the rank of Prince or Princess in the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. There are 18 living princes and princesses by birthright, and a further 6 women who are princesses by marriage. How does Canada have a royal family? This is very long. Canada is a constitutional monarchy with the king. Oh, I'm glad they updated it as the head of state. I'm sorry, Your Late Majesty. I do miss her. You know, I remember watching Diana's wedding, and my cousin Jennifer was 3 years older, which does make a difference at that age. So I don't know how old I was, 7 or 8, because actually Lady Diana is only 9 years older than me. So she would be 63 now, or 62, maybe 64, I'm not sure. But anyways, the crown holds the power to govern, but this power is entrusted to the government. So they do stand for something. And the Queen kept it together. But do you know why I think Prince Charles and Andrew are so different? Is because, and this is proof, and this is in the video that I did under latest videos, and that's the last video I've put up. I did my babbling first, and then I went straight into the meat of it. Royal fathers are expected to be in the delivery room now, whereas in the past, no. Hi, Ian. Hi, Ian. I'm on live right now, but I'm almost done.
You're okay. Give me a call.
Okay, bye. So at any rate, he's very sick right now. I just lost my train of thought. Trevor, I asked you to remind me of something. I can't remember what it is. I should have wrote it down. And you're probably gone right now. I don't know if you're still in Chicago. It was about the Queen. Oh, Catherine, and that they're human. And I love the monarchy, but we've got to go. We've got to cut them some slack. They've got to be able to say something back. I think Meghan Markle physically made Catherine sick. I believe the Queen had bone cancer because not only was she living in a damp palace, but they have the best of the best of the best medical people in the world. I said this yesterday on my live, and I believe this, not through anything that I heard on any channel. And I've watched them all. TNT, Paula M. And Paula M., you still owe me a mug. And I'm not paying the $5 to go pick it up because it was late. And I know it's not your fault, but I did donate $127 Canadian, which was so dumb of me because I didn't calculate the aftermath, which then I left myself $100 short for the month. So don't get If I have impulse control issues, no more. I better end it here. I'm starting to get mad at myself. Yeah, but Meghan Markle is very upsetting. And yeah, I need to go back on my comments because it does give me content idea. My comments give me content idea. And nobody pays attention to my comments. They don't. And so, and that's fine because they're this long. Who would want to read them? But if I read my own posts, maybe that will help jog my memory. I know, isn't that terrible? I have to go to my own channel, Royal Pushback Aftermath. I told Gary between the 3 channels, there's 500 of us dispersed all over the place. 55 on Lasha Rajenko, 265 on Eleanor Soul Sisters, and I believe the last I checked there was 187, and then there was 190, and then 2 people unsubscribed, and I haven't looked. I don't try to look at that. I just believe if you do what you love and you tell the truth, I hope it catches on. And if not, I'm not going into games. Oh, and I was going to say, Google the clickbait. Chicago is cool. Oh, you like it? Okay. I didn't like it. I don't know why. I'm glad you like it though. That's why I didn't want to give you my opinion on it, because I don't like to give opinions, because people often base their opinions off other people's opinions. That's why I stopped watching other people's channels, except for Cheer Denise. Again, I'm still subscribed to Paula M. I'm still subscribed to Sean Atwood. I watch Andrew Gold because he talks about a various amount of topics. He interviewed Andrew Lowney, who wrote The Traitor King, about David, who abdicated the throne. He didn't advocate for the throne. He sure advocated for his kingmanship, but he advocated the throne and advocated for himself. And it's been lost in years and years. People thought they had this love story, but it's not so. And you know, the Queen would not even speak. The Queen Mother would not even speak that woman's name out loud. Because of her, that's why he did abdicate the throne, and she blamed him for her husband's death. And my husband's in Vancouver. I'm sure that I'm making this assumption, and this is not true. Of course he would care if I lived or wasn't. But, and I say but because what I said before is a metaphor. Of course he would care. It's always the aftermath. That's why I wait. But I predicted this a long time ago. I really thought there was an olive branch for Harry, and I really thought he would be saved in time, but he's not. And I do not. Yesterday on my live, I said, because I did watch it, and I feel narcissistic saying it, but it's the truth. Because I'm not going to learn unless people comment. And the people who comment, I think the videos have become a little more professional. I wasn't even going to go live today unless I had upstairs perfect. But again, this is also about a journey making a YouTube channel and bloopers. It really is. So, Royal Protocol. This is the thing. She probably Googled every frickin' royal protocol on the planet before she met him. She knew how to manipulate him. That's what she's trying to hide. And it was after Tom Bauer came up with his book. But I don't know the timeline. But if you go to Cheer Denise, Cheeree, Denise, it's a book club. She's phenomenal. I could go on and on about her. And no, shouldn't pay anything for me to do that. And the reason I said that is because Andrew made a joke about it, and I just said it, and I always justify myself. So if I never said anything, people wouldn't think anything of it. And one person said, don't say that much because it plants ideas into people's heads. So this is This is what I think she Googled, and this is what I think she scrubbed away. And like the Trader King, it's a lot easier to find things with social media now. She never turned off her accounts, and that is a protocol. Everything that was the protocol, she did the exact opposite. She's not a dumb idiot, except she either ghosts people, but the people that she ghosts, do you ever notice that people just go on and on and on about the ghosting and who she ghosted? My question is, why aren't they coming forward and saying anything? Because this woman needs to be shut down. And Prince William and his wife is sick. Do you think that Meghan Markle sending a get well card and her using Lilibet's, the Queen, the late Majesty, our Queen, no matter what you thought of her, I never liked her. I always thought she looked like she wanted to punch somebody in the face, but duty she did. The difference between Charles and Andrew is, which what I forgot, is that Prince Charles was born very much alone. The father was in. It would have been a more bonding experience between father, mother, and son. Did people not understand how important frickin' family is? Like that picture I showed of real frickin' people? Does anybody remember that? If you were standing in front of 100,000 people, would you say, I made it here? And people have no ethics or tact anymore. No, they're brazen and bold, and that's great. I love it. But use some, not woke, but have some fucking manners. Pardon the pun. Not laughing today, Trev. Anyways, the fake nails, again, it's just so stupid. I'm taking them off so I can play my guitar. The back is killing me, but these are the protocols, and I want you to really listen. And I swear, please.
Quite specific. Even the smallest members of the royal family are known for their impeccable fashion, but this doesn't mean they're always buying brand new clothing. They utilize a surprising
I'm standing up. The back is killing me.
is one of them. This garment has been used
This
by
is what
8
she
generations of royal
erased
children.
from
The haunted
Google. I
TERESA
bet
has
you
been worn by
everything
62 royal
that I
babies over
have,
the course of 163
which isn't
years.
a lot.
The first to wear
Well,
was
actually, I have a
Edward
lot.
VII and the Queen, plus
I
Prince
have
Charles,
people.
Prince William, and
Shut
Prince
up,
Harry
Lasha.
also all
Stop
wore it.
talking.
It's a replica of the dress that Queen Victoria commissioned for her first child, Victoria Adelaide Mary Louisa. The haunted gown was inspired by Queen Victoria's wedding dress and is made from
And
white
this is
silk
not my
lace woven.
footage.
It may sound like a simple garment, but this is an important part of royal family history and tradition. Teamwork. Whether a new royal mother chooses to give birth in a hospital or at home, she definitely isn't going to do so alone. In the past, it was unheard of for fathers to be in the delivery room, but this has changed. Queen Elizabeth's husband, Prince Philip, made history by being the first royal husband to be present during the birth of his child. She had been reading about the importance of fathers being involved in the process, so insisted that Philip be present. It was a pretty stark contrast to the birth of their first son, Prince Charles. While the Queen was delivering him, Prince Philip was off playing squash, but now it's expected for royal fathers to be present, and they aren't the only one on hand. When Kate Middleton had her first child, Prince George, she had a team of 20 medical professionals completely dedicated to her care. Prior to the birth of Prince Charles in 1948, royal births had to be attended to by a government official who acted as a witness. Births began to be verified in the late 17th century after the son of King James II's son, James, was rumored to be an imposter. But thankfully for Meghan Markle, Queen Elizabeth did away with that requirement.
Bullshit.
Not only do new parents have to worry about choosing a proper and historically meaningful name, but they have to think about the titles of their future children. When someone marries into the royal family, it's common for the Queen to grant the new couple official titles. This is done at the discretion of the Queen, who named Prince Harry and Meghan Markle the Duke and Duchess of Sussex upon their marriage. When it comes to being born with a title, the letters patent, issued in 1917, states that only grandchildren born to sons receive royal titles. So the children of Princess Anne, Zara, and Peter Tyndall don't go by his or her Royal Highness. For a while, Only the eldest son of the Prince of Wales got a title. However, the Queen amended the decree in 2012, so little Charlotte and Louis would have titles just like their brother. It's customary for the eldest son of a duke to inherit his father's title. So if Prince Harry has a son, he may be known as the Earl of Dumbarton, before eventually becoming a duke. But the Queen this role and may well grant her new grandchild the title of Prince or Princess if she so chooses. Nannies. When it's announced that a member of the royal family is expecting, people immediately begin speculating on how the child will be raised. But the parents aren't the only ones who have to get ready to do a ton of work in that department. Royal children are attended to by no shortage of nannies, and it's considered an essential part of raising a royal child. The strange thing is, these people are so essential to raising the next generation of royal family members, but the public very rarely hears about them. Pregnant women need to select nannies to work with their child. And let's just say the requirements are pretty strict. Being able to change diapers and clean up spills just isn't going to cut it when you're tasking with looking after a royal child. Nannies actually have to undergo martial arts training in a variety of disciplines before they can even be considered for the position. Sure, like all members of the royal family, this child will have its own security force, but this doesn't mean the nanny can afford not to be constantly vigilant. Being a royal nanny is a demanding job, but one with no small amount of prestige.
Look, we know that Meghan Markle and Prince Harry just got married, but everyone's got royal baby fever already. And can you blame them? But if Meghan were to get pregnant, there are a bunch of royal protocols the Duchess would have to follow. So while the couple is certainly looking forward to parenthood, there are a couple of hoops that
I can't believe I'm this mad. I'm so angry at our government for not reaching out to Joe Biden to find out where the kids are, because they're both mentally ill. And those kids need to be in the UK with family, because they exist and they're real. And I believe that, I hope Archie really is with the real mother in the UK. And I really hope that Lilibet was an adoption gone wrong. But those poor children's names are being dragged through the mud, and they're not even 5 years each or so. I mean, Archie would almost be 6 by now. He'd be almost in grade 1.
Don't panic. Put your heart back in your chest, because it's not bad news at all. It's actually great news. No gender reveal party. Gender reveal parties are the latest rage for expecting parents.
And it's not proper etiquette to have a baby shower. She absolutely disrespected every rule in the royal family. Meghan Markle.
The royal family prefers keeping the gender of a baby top secret. Don't believe us? Then think back to the time when Kate Middleton got pregnant. No one had any idea whether she was having a boy or a girl until after she gave birth. Even Middleton.
And do you think that Meghan Markle would have missed this moment? No way. Where are those children?
Now, when she finally does get pregnant, people will have to find out the traditional way. But honestly, we seriously can't wait until Buckingham Palace announces the much anticipated royal birth. No baby shower rule.
See?
In the United States, baby showers have been trending for a while now. After all, it's a party that celebrates the pending birth of a baby. And guests bring all kinds of gifts for both the mother and the child. Now, who wouldn't want to feast on cake, have a blast with your loved ones, and get a bunch of presents? Well, as it turns out, the royal family isn't a big fan of them. Baby showers apparently aren't part of a royal tradition, and there's a reason why. According to royal expert Victoria Arbiter, a royal baby shower would be, well, pretty bad taste, particularly given the fact that the royal family doesn't really need any gifts, as they can afford to buy whatever they need. One of the reasons most expectant parents welcome a baby shower is because they're gifted tons of diapers and baby clothes. These super helpful
This
gifts will
is
save
old,
them hundreds
old,
of dollars. But the royal family
old.
is super rich, and they can buy pretty much whatever they want. So it wouldn't.
And Meghan Markle, when she got married, she didn't even look like she showered that day.
Remember when Kim Kardashian sported that floral couch dress on the red carpet? She was pregnant at the time, and she looked absolutely comfortable. But
Yeah.
as the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan won't be able to wear anything that's remotely similar to that.
You mean the Duchess?
The family expects her to remain as demure as possible. But that's not really much of a surprise. After all, the Queen's style is pretty conservative. Poor Meghan. It must be
Shame
pretty
on you,
tough to try
Meghan.
to keep up with so many rules. But according to the
Do I need to say anything else? I don't think so. Okay, this is my outro. I said it with such enthusiasm. Sorry. Canadians apologize for everything. I don't know what I'm sorry for. Okay. What song do I like? Does anybody want to hear anything? What are Shania Twain hits? There we go. Shania Twain karaoke. Any man of mine, you're still the one. If you're not in it for love. I did that one. I've never done this one, ever. I've never sang it. Here. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. That's why I said my guitar is, hang on, I don't want all my business to be shown in life. My guitar is right, can you see my guitar? It's right here. Okay. What else? Honey, I'm Home. Oh, I like this song. I love Black Velvet. Oh, Shania Twain, I'm going to subscribe to that. I just subscribed. Shania Twain, I love her. From This Moment, I'm going to Get You Good. I did that on New Year's Eve. I Just Fall in Love Again. That's Anne Murray. Don't Stop Believin'. I love that song. Forever and Always. I like that song. I like Up.
Thank your skin with Nivea 5-in-1 Complete.
I like the way that
Give your
you.
skin all it deserves.
I like this song. I haven't sang it for so long. Oh, my voice is. Wait. This is another reason that I don't. There we go. This is another reason why I don't. Hey, Sos. Hi. Hi, Mom. I'm just doing my song. Yeah, in a minute. Sophie, look. Everybody see Sos? Yeah, to Bobbins. Do you want your stick? Oh. Ready? Go get it. There you go, Bobbins. Come on. Oh, right to her bed. Okay, hang on a sec. All right, ready? Going it's about as bad as it could be. Seems everybody's bugging me. But nothing wasn't well away. I was just thinking my day when it's coming easily. Even my skin is acting weird. I wish that I could grow up here. That I could cover up the spots. Not thinking that the dots. I just wanna disappear. I thought that only a word from here. Past gonna appear. There's no way from here. Maybe some single lies. Forgetting to fill up on gas. There ain't no solution why, 'cause I have to make you cry to start learn how to laugh. And only a life from here, where the past disappears. Oh.
It's not as bad as it could be. Listening to everybody's bugging me. Like nothing wants to go my way. You're just spending my day, nothing's coming easily. Well, up, can only go up from here. I have to go.
Little groggy today. And also, didn't want to wake up all the neighbors because I was getting stink eye from my doggy. I could tell. All right, Trevor, thank you so much. Have a beautiful night. I hope Chicago you continue to enjoy. Thank you for participating in the trivia. And you're right, China is 3,000 years older than Japan. Okay, longest, oh no, I did one other stream that was 125. Freudian slip, yes, it's on my mind. Okay, bye. Take care of yourselves, I'll do the same. Yes, I want to end it. Everybody's had enough of